You're in Tokyo's heart, swallowed by Kabukicho's neon jungle, streets pulsing with crimson and electric blue lights. Hip-hop beats thump from hidden clubs, and crowds weave through alleys buzzing with secrets. This is Japan's wildest red light district. Joined by Kyoto's historic Gion, Osaka's Tobita Shinchi, and Yokohama's gritty Koganecho, each with unique vibes and shadows. These spots aren't just nightlife, they're cultural hubs with cosplay cafes and live music. But behind the dazzle lies a darker world most tourists miss. Scams, struggles, and stories that'll blow your mind. What's good? I'm an American. Diving into Japan's nightlife, and this scene is nothing like back home. It's like Blade Runner meets a crime drama, and it's wild. Today, I'm spilling 10 dark truths about Japan's red light districts, from mafia schemes to hidden heartbreak, that'll make you rethink this neon-lit world. I want you in on this, so drop a 1 in the comments if you're ready to dive into the shadows. Let's roll. Truth 1. The Yakuza run the show. Let's kick it off with the heaviest hitter. The Yakuza, Japan's organized crime syndicate, are Kabukicho's puppet masters. They control hostess clubs, dive bars, even parking lots, their influence woven into the district's neon veins. Picture a samurai-era clan in tailored suits, blending ancient honor with modern menace. They're not just gangsters, they're a business empire, operating with precision that makes global crime stories feel chaotic. I met Javier, a Chicago-based travel writer with a knack for gritty stories, at a Tokyo hostel. He'd been chasing Kabukicho's pulse, notebook in hand, when he stumbled into a bar bathed in pink and green neon. The vibe was electric, sack flowing, laughter loud, until a suited man, all calm menace, slid up. "Table fee $200, he said, voice like ice. Javier, thinking it's a prank, chuckled, but the man's stare, sharp as a katana, shut him down. Another patron, a cocky Brit, argued and was escorted to an ATM, his bravado crumbling. Javier paid, heart pounding, the bar's chatter fading into a tense hum. He later learned this was a Yakuza haunt, one of many where tourists are easy. Marks. What's wild is the Yakuza's openness. Some have office signs, actual plaques, on Kabukicho's side streets like they're selling insurance. I saw one. A sleek building, tinted windows, no hint of the power inside. Javier found Yakuza often mediate disputes like twisted community. Leaders, but cross them, and you're done. Their tattoos, dragons curling across skin, are badges of loyalty, rarely flashed but always implied. It's less about guns and more about psychological control, silent threats that linger like smoke. This isn't just Kabukicho. In Osaka's Tobita Shinchi, Yakuza oversee restaurants that double as brothels, their grip equally tight. Japan's strict laws push their work underground, but their presence is felt. Bouncers, bar owners, even taxi drivers might be on their payroll. Javier's story isn't unique. Forums are packed with tales of tourists paying fees they didn't see coming. The Yakuza's empire thrives on this chaos, exploiting cultural gaps where foreigners miss cues locals dodge. Predict this. What's scarier, facing a Yakuza enforcer or a shady bar scam? Drop Yakuza or scam in the comments. Truth number 1. The Yakuza's grip is unbreakable. A shadow over every neon sign. Stay sharp or you're in their game. Truth 2. Scams that'll bleed you dry. Hold up, it gets wilder. Kabukicho's scams are a masterclass in deception, hitting your wallet like a sledgehammer. Touts prowl the streets, smooth-talking hustlers promising cheap drinks or exclusive clubs. They're slicker than carnival barkers, using smartphones and fake reviews to lure you via Google Maps pins or trending bars on social media. I connected with Mia, a New York college student studying abroad who shared a gut punch story. Fresh off a Shinkansen, she's hyped to explore Kabukicho's neon chaos. A guy in a flashy jacket, all smiles, stops her. 2 beers, $10, best bar in town. His vibe's friendly, like a local insider, so she follows to a basement bar, crimson neon buzzing overhead. The bartender's charming, the music's pumping, and Mia's vibing until the bill drops. $500 for 2 beers. Her stomach sinks. The staff circle, smiles gone, the exit blocked by a burly guy. She maxes her card, her trip's budget shattered, the neon outside mocking her as she stumbles back to her hostel. Mia's not alone. Touts work with bars to target. Foreigners, slipping in service fees or entertainment charges. Some use apps to fake legitimacy, TripAdvisor clones with glowing reviews. In Japan, where confrontation's rare, arguing feels futile. Cops often shrug, citing private agreements. I read about a German tourist who paid $1,200 for a VIP night that was just watered-down whiskey and a pushy hostess. Unlike scams elsewhere, Kabukicho's traps exploit Japan's polite facade, disarming you with bows and smiles. Pro tip, ask for a menu up front to dodge scam fees. Legit spots won't hesitate. These scams aren't just Kabukicho. In Kyoto's Gion, fake geisha experiences cost hundreds, wooden tea houses hiding rip-offs under soft lantern glow. Yokohama's Koganeko has touts pushing shady massage parlors. The psychology's brutal. Tourists, jet-lagged and dazzled, miss red flags locals spot instantly. Mia found forums warning about her bar. But the neon's pull blinded her. Technology's made it worse. Touts now DM tourists via Instagram, offering exclusive deals. It's a machine, and foreigners are the cogs. Mini challenge. Invent. A scam-proof travel tip for Kabukicho. Drop Scam Shield with your idea. I'll shout out the best ones. Scams are a high-tech hustle and tourists are bait. If it's too good, run. Truth 3. Rules. You better not break. Here's a shocker. Kabukicho enforces strict, unspoken rules, and breaking them is like stepping on a landmine. Snap a photo in the wrong alley? Expect trouble? Try sneaking into a Japanese-only club? You're out. These rules are ironclad, rooted in Japan's cultural emphasis on order and enforced with zero mercy. I heard about Lena, a Seattle-based photographer with a passion for urban aesthetics, who learned this the hard way. She's in Kabukicho, chasing the perfect neon shot for her portfolio, her camera clicking under a violet neon glow. The alleys are alive. Vendors hawking yakitori, club music thumping, but she doesn't notice the no photography signs tucked above doorways. 3 bouncers, stone-faced and built like linebackers, surround her, their silence louder than the street's chaos. They demand her camera, delete her footage, and she's lucky they didn't smash it. Lena's hands shook as she left, her creative buzz replaced by dread. Back home, she'd film anywhere. In Japan, that's a rookie mistake. These rules aren't just about photos. Some clubs are Japanese only, a policy tied to language barriers and cultural norms, though it stings for foreigners. Lena tried charming her way into one, thinking her smile would sway them, but the doorman's curt no English ended it. Arguing's pointless. Japan's collectivist culture prioritizes harmony, and pushing back disrupts the vibe. In Gion, snapping geishas without permission can earn you a public scolding. In Kabukicho, it's bouncers or worse. I read about a Canadian vlogger who filmed a Hostess club's entrance and got his phone confiscated, his YouTube dreams crushed. The rules reflect Japan's broader social code: respect boundaries, avoid standing out. Tourists, hyped on freedom, miss this, but locals live it. Lena learned photography bans protect privacy. Some patrons are salarymen hiding from families, others tied to Yakuza. Breaking rules isn't just rude, it's a cultural misstep that paints you as reckless. Unlike nightlife elsewhere where chaos is king, Kabukicho's order is sacred. Would you follow these rules or risk it for the gram? Comment, follow rules or break rules. Who's the rebel? Kabukicho's. Rules are non-negotiable. Break them and your night's over. Truth 4. Prices that'll break the bank. Let's talk money, because Kabukicho's prices will make your jaw drop. A single night can drain thousands, and the hit comes like a ninja, silent and brutal. I'm not kidding. A night in Kabukicho can easily cost between $1,000 and $5,000 if you're not careful. Meet Derek, a Texas entrepreneur with a taste for big nights who thought he'd conquer Kabukicho. He struts into a Hostess club, gold-tinted, lights casting a luxurious glow. A stunning girl pours his drinks, laughs at his stories, and he's feeling like a king. He orders a bottle of wine, flexing for the table. Then the bill lands. $1,000 for the wine, $1,500 for her company. Derek's grin fades. He drops $3,000 in hours, his trip's budget reduced to instant ramen and regret. The menu was vague, prices in yen, and the math hit like a truck. He thought VIP rooms elsewhere were steep. Japan's a different beast. Hostess clubs are the priciest traps, but bars and karaoke lounges aren't far behind. I read about a British couple who paid $800 for a private karaoke session that lasted 90 minutes. Menus often skip details, and staff exploit confusion. Yen's zeros are dizzying for foreigners. Japan's hospitality culture all bows and smiles, masks the sting, making you feel rude for questioning. Derek found forums warning about nomination fees, paying to pick a hostess, and room charges that skyrocket bills. Elsewhere, you'd demand clarity. Here, it's a cultural gap. This isn't unique to Kabukicho. In Osaka's Dotonbori, clubs charge similar premiums, while Giant's tea houses hit wallets hard for authentic experiences. The psychology's brutal. Tourists, chasing Instagram-worthy nights, overspend to keep the vibe alive. Derek admitted he ignored red flags, seduced by the club's glitz. Locals budget ruthlessly or stick to izakayas. Foreigners learn the hard way. Check the menu or brace for a knockout. $3,000 for one night. How'd you spend it in Kabukicho? Drop night plan with your dream splurge. Oh, and if you're loving this, hit subscribe now. We're just warming up. Prices are astronomical. Stay savvy or your wallet's toast. Truth 5. The hostess life isn't glamorous. Now, let's get real about the women who light up Kabukicho's clubs. Hostesses. They look like they're living a dream. Sequined dresses, flawless makeup, charming every client. But behind the scenes, it's a relentless grind that'd break most. Take Aiko, 22, a Kabukicho hostess with a smile that hides her exhaustion. She's from a small town in Hokkaido, drawn to Tokyo's bright lights with dreams of fashion school. Now, she works 12-hour nights, pouring drinks, laughing on cue, and navigating drunk clients' egos. Her club demands quotas, sell $1,000 bottles nightly, or she's out. She's in debt for dresses, makeup, even hair appointments to maintain. That perfect look. One slow night and her pay's docked, trapping her in a cycle. I met her at a 24-hour diner, post-shift, her eyeliner smudged, sipping coffee to stay awake. Her eyes lit up talking about design, but the grind's stealing her spark. The pressure's insane. Hostesses must be therapists, entertainers, and saleswomen, all while looking flawless. Aiko's memorized clients' birthdays, favorite drinks, even their kids' names to keep them spending. Slip up, a wrong laugh, a tired glance, and she risks losing a regular. Unlike waitresses elsewhere who hustle for tips, hostesses carry emotional weight, faking affection for hours. Some, like Aiko, face harassment but can't complain. It's part of the job. Japan's gender norms, expecting women to be deferential, amplify the strain. I read about a hostess who collapsed from stress, her mental health ignored by management. This isn't just Kabukicho. In Yokohama's Koganeko, hostesses face similar quotas, while Osaka's clubs push the same. Polished image. Aiko's story echoes thousands, small-town girls chasing dreams, only to find debt and long nights. The stigma's brutal. Aiko hides her job from family, fearing they'd disown her. Yet her resilience is unreal. She's saving for school, one grueling shift at a time. Her strength's a quiet rebellion against a system stacked against her. What job looked fun but was brutal? Drop tough job with a story, or respect for Aiko's hustle. I'm reading these, hostessings, stress and sacrifice, not glamour. These women are warriors. Truth 6. Love hotels and legal loopholes. Time for something wilder. Love hotels and soaplands. Kabukicho's quirky yet shady staples. Love hotels are short-stay spots with themed rooms, heart-shaped beds, karaoke suites, even sci-fi dungeons for privacy. They're a cultural quirk, born from Japan's cramped housing, but there's a darker edge tied to the district's underbelly. I chatted with Ryan, a Florida DJ touring Japan's club scene, who wandered into a love hotel expecting a kitschy Instagram post. He picks a room with glowing neon stars pulsing on a mirrored ceiling, a karaoke machine flashing rainbow lights. He laughs at the vibe, but the receptionist's knowing smirk and hourly rates, $50 for 2 hours, hint at shadier uses. Ryan learned some love hotels double as hubs for paid encounters, discreetly advertised in Kabukicho's alleys. Unlike seedy motels elsewhere, these are bold, their pink and gold signs flashing next to ramen shops. Soaplands are shadier, operating in a legal gray zone. Japan's anti-prostitution laws are strict, so soaplands offer bathing services that everyone knows are more. Ryan, curious, visited one in Tobita Shinchi, where pastel pink signs flicker over restaurant facades. The setup was slick, marble tiles, soft music, but the massage was clearly a transaction, choreographed to skirt the law. He left stunned, the neon outside feeling dirtier. Soaplands thrive in Kabukicho and Tobita Shinchi, their signs unapologetic. Unlike underground escort services, Japan's approach is in-your-face, normalized yet taboo. The loopholes are clever. Love hotels claim they're for rest, soaplands for hygiene, but the wink and nod culture fools no one. I read about a Canadian tourist who spent $600 at a soapland, thinking it was just a bath, only to face awkward upsells. Japan's conservative facade, where sex is rarely discussed, makes these loopholes thrive, letting the industry hide in plain sight. For workers, it's tough. Many soapland staff face the same debt and stigma as hostesses, trapped by high quotas. Would you try a love hotel for the kitsch? Comment, love hotel yes or love hotel no. Who's curious? These thrive on loopholes, equal parts quirky and sketchy. Know what you're walking into. Truth 7. Pickpockets thrive in the chaos. Kabukicho's chaos is a pickpocket's paradise, a perfect storm of packed streets, flashing lights, and distracted tourists. The district's sensory overload, neon signs, club beats, food stalls, makes it a thief's buffet, and they're pros who'd make any bustling city's hustlers jealous. Pro tip: use a money belt for valuables in crowded streets. I read about Tom, a California high school teacher on his first Japan trip, who got hit hard. He's snapping pics of a Godzilla neon sign, its green glow flickering, lost in the moment. A woman bumps him, apologizing profusely, while her partner slips his wallet and passport from his jacket. Gone in seconds. Tom's heart sinks as he pats his pockets, the crowd's roar drowning his panic. He files a police report, but with no leads and a language barrier, he's stuck, his trip derailed. Pickpockets target 1 in 5 tourists in crowded districts like this, and Tom was an easy mark. Pickpockets here work in teams using distractions, fake questions, staged arguments to strike. Unlike overt theft elsewhere, Kabukicho's thieves blend into the polite chaos. I saw a guy near a pachinko parlor, all smiles, helping a tourist with directions while his buddy worked the crowd. Forums warn of brush-by scams, where thieves graze you in tight alleys. The neons dazzle, Godzilla signs, anime billboards, blinds you to the danger. This isn't just Kabukicho. Osaka's Dotonbori and Yokohama's Koganecho have similar theft spikes, especially during festivals. Japan's low crime rate makes tourists drop their guard, but red light districts are outliers. Thieves exploit cultural gaps. Foreigners fumbling with yen or staring at phones are easy marks. Tom admitted he ignored warnings, too caught up in the vibe. Locals, wary and quick, rarely fall prey. Lock it down, or you're at the embassy. Where do you stash valuables when traveling? Drop wallet trick with your move or got pickpocketed? If you've been hit, chaos feeds pickpockets. Stay vigilant, or you're out of luck. Truth 8. Double lives of night workers. This one cuts deep. Many in Kabukicho lead double lives, crafting public personas for nightlife work while hiding their true selves. By day, they're students, office workers, or dreamers. By night, they're hostesses, hosts, or bouncers, performing flawless acts that mask their struggles. The tension between these worlds is a high-wire stunt. Meet Yuki, 20, a business major at a Tokyo university with dreams of a corporate career. By night, she slips into a sparkly dress and works as a hostess in Kabukicho, crafting a flawless persona to keep clients hooked. She's memorized their quirks, favorite drinks, pet peeves, to drive sales, her charm a calculated act. But the mask weighs heavy. Each smile drains her. Her family in Nagano thinks she's at a cafe, and she avoids social media to keep her secret. I met her at a konbini, grabbing an energy drink, her eyes sharp but weary. The weight of her double life. Clear. Then there's Ken, 25, a psychology student moonlighting as a host. By day, he's in lectures, analyzing behavior. By night, he's in a sleek suit, charming women at a plush club, each smile a calculated performance. Ken knows exactly how to flatter, making clients feel like stars, but the late nights and fake laughs leave him hollow. He hides his job from peers, dodging questions about his schedule to protect his serious image. Unlike Yuki, Ken faces less judgment as a man, but the pressure to hit quotas is relentless, his charisma both a gift and a cage. The toll's heavy. Yuki's performance is a shield, but one slip, a tired glance, a sharp retort, could cost her job. Ken's charm hides his burnout, each night blurring into the next. I read about a bouncer who quit after his classmates mocked his shady gig, the judgment too much. In Gion, geishas balance similar acts, their artistry a performance under scrutiny. Japan's high living costs push people into these roles, but the need to perform traps them in a dual existence. Yuki and Ken are saving for their futures, but the grind's a tightrope. Public masks, private truths. Their resilience is unreal, defying a world that demands perfection. What nightlife job would you try for a day? Hostess, host, or bouncer? Drop dream hustle with your pick. These workers balance personas and truths. They're tougher than most. Truth 9. Addiction to the fantasy. This one's wild. Kabukicho's fantasy is a drug, hooking customers emotionally and financially. Host clubs where charming men shower women with attention are the deadliest traps. Locals and tourists alike fall hard, chasing a high that costs everything. Sarah, a Boston expat teaching English in Tokyo, stumbled into this. Lonely after a breakup, she visits a host club, drawn by its sapphire blue neon cascading over velvet couches, champagne glasses clinking under a crystal chandelier. The hosts, good-looking, impeccably dressed, make her feel like royalty, memorizing her favorite songs, pouring champagne with a wink. She's hooked, dropping $1,000 a night, chasing the rush of being adored. Her savings drain, credit cards max, but the host's texts, "Miss you, Sarah, keep her coming back." It's a polished industry, exploiting loneliness with surgical precision. Pro tip: set a budget before entering host clubs. They're addictive. Locals aren't immune. Hiro, a Tokyo salaryman, spends thousands at host clubs to escape work stress, chasing a fleeting high where he's the star. His late-night visits, fueled by long hours and a reserved culture, mirror Sarah's addiction, showing the fantasy's universal pull. Unlike casual flirting elsewhere, host clubs weaponize affection. I read about a Japanese office worker who sold her car to fund host visits, her life unraveling. Men face it too. Hostess clubs pull the same trick, with women playing the doting girlfriend for a price. In Osaka's Kitashinchi, host clubs thrive, targeting lonely professionals. The cost isn't just financial. Sarah's mental health tanked. Obsessed with her host, Kaito, she neglected friends, her teaching job suffering. Japan's reserved culture, where emotional openness is rare, makes these clubs a haven for the isolated. But it's a trap. Sarah quit, but the debt lingers, a scar from chasing a dream. Hero's still caught, his wallet and heart on the line. Truth 10. Yoshiwara's haunting legacy. Let's close with a truth that'll give you chills. Yoshiwara, Tokyo's oldest red light district, was a prison of despair. In the 1700s, 1800s, women, often from poor rural families, were sold into brothels, bound by debt and brutal contracts. Brothel owners controlled their lives, where they slept, what they ate, even their names. Fires swept the walled district regularly, disease was rampant, and escape was a fantasy. Yet their resilience, small acts of defiance like secret diaries, echoes in Kabukicho's modern neon. I saw Yoshiwara's faded photos at a museum, women in kimonos, their eyes empty, staring through time. The weight hit me walking Kabukicho's alleys, where the past lingers like a ghost. It's like New Orleans' Storyville, where exploitation's scars still burn. Yoshiwara wasn't just a brothel hub. It was a microcosm of Edo-era inequality. Women commodified, while men chased fleeting thrills. Some were as young as 15, their dreams of freedom crushed under debt. A 19th century record described a woman who sang to cope, her voice haunting the district's walls. Today's Kabukicho carries Yoshiwara's echoes. Hostesses like Aiko face debt traps, their quotas a modern contract. Customers, chasing fantasies, mirror Edo's thrill seekers. The neon hides it, but the struggle's familiar. Workers sacrificing for survival, patrons lost in fleeting highs. In Gion, geishas preserve Yoshiwara's artistry, but dodge its stigma. In Tobita Shinchi, the past feels closer, with restaurants mimicking old brothels. Japan's history of regulated vice from Yoshiwara to now shows a cycle, glitz over pain. Yet the women's strength then and now is a quiet rebellion against it all. Visiting Kabukicho, I felt Yoshiwara's shadow in the crowds, the signs, the late-night silence after the clubs close. It's a reminder, every neon light has a story, and not all are bright. Those women's voices, buried under centuries, still demand to be heard. Yoshiwara's legacy haunts Kabukicho, a reminder that every light casts a shadow. Pause, reflective tone. Wow, what a journey. 10 dark truths about Japan's red light districts. From Yakuza schemes to hostess struggles and Yoshiwara's haunting past, this world's dazzle hides danger. Kabukicho's not just trouble. It's a cultural hotspot, with music, art, and energy if you're smart. As an American, I'm hooked on its vibe, but it's a call to respect the workers, honor the history, and stay sharp. Those neon lights? Fire, but they mask sacrifice, scams, and scars. Top safety tips: check menus before ordering. Stick to main streets at night. Ask locals for legit spots. Which truth hit hardest? Drop a 5 in the comments if Aiko and Yuki's stories got you, or name your fave. I'm reading all. Got a friend who'd love Japan's nightlife? Share this and tag me. What wild destination should I explore next? Drop your ideas below. If you're craving more deep dives, smash subscribe and hit the bell. We're rolling. In Kabukicho, chase the fun, but keep your eyes open. The shadows are watching. Thanks for vibing. See you next time.